I am really insecure about my armpits. There, I said it. Alright, today we are talking about deodorants, and not just any deodorants. I'm talking about aluminum-free, clean deodorant. So I have been trying out a couple different deodorant sticks for the last 8 months, and I wanted to give like a pretty big review on all of these because I've had a lot of time to try these out, and I want to give you guys my honest thoughts on all of them. I have 3 with me today. I have the Biossance, squalane, and bamboo deodorant, the kopari coconut oil deodorant, and the Schmidt, I think that's how you say it, Schmidt bergamot and lime natural deodorant. In order from oldest to newest, I got the Schmidt's first, then the Biossance, and then the kopari, and all of that was around November to January-ish time. So I've had a pretty long time to try these out. Now, with saying that, I do live in Texas. It is pretty hot outside. I do sweat a lot. TMI, this is a video about deodorant. It's gonna be a little TMI. I am really insecure about my armpits. There, I said it. I'm insecure about my armpits. I hate my armpits. I don't even want to show you guys my armpits, but they kind of concave. It's really hard for me to shave my armpits. I get razor bumps on my armpits. I'm very self-conscious about how I smell. I get irritated with deodorants. Sometimes I feel like deodorants will work for a couple of months and then they will just stop working for me. And I don't really know why. And if anyone knows why, please feel free to comment. All right, so I have divided this up into a couple different categories to give you guys a better idea about these deodorants. So with like texture, price, smell of the deodorant, smell of my armpits with the deodorant, how I feel about the texture on my arms, do they irritate me at all of that mumbo jumbo we're going to be getting into. So let's just start off with the kopari coconut oil deodorant. This one is $14, and you can twist it up. I have been using these for a while. They're not going to be brand new sticks of deodorant, but you'll see what they look like. So I have used this one a while. This one is more of like an oil cream based product. Pretty easy. All of these are aluminum free. I know this one and this one are vegan and cruelty free and plant derived, baking soda free. So with the kopari, it comes in 3 different like scents or variations. It's also formulated with activated charcoal, and that's supposed to help with soothing your armpits and controlling odor underneath your armpit. And this one is free of silicone, aluminum free, and free of baking soda. It's also vegan and cruelty free for anybody wondering. Now into the Biossance squalane and bamboo deodorant. This one is also $14. That is one thing. It is really hard to open this after you've used this for a while. Just want to put that out there. So this one looks like a normal stick of deodorant. As you can see, it has bamboo extracts in it to help with excess moisture, and it doesn't clog your pores, which is pretty good because I do get ingrown hairs underneath my armpits. Not very fun. No one likes that. And this one has also had a clinical study done on that, so I do trust a lot of clinical studies because they put in the money to do a study on it, then you know they're really serious about their products. So I do like that they have done 2 different clinical studies on this one. And then for the Schmidt bergamot and lime, this one smells like a snow cone, which is why I think I bought it. But this is what this one looks like. This is by far the biggest one, but I love the smell of it. It smells like a lemon lime snow cone and I love it. And this one is $8.99, so it's the biggest one and it's also the cheapest one. As for texture, I am very picky about texture underneath my arms. Let me tell you that. So I'm just gonna do it on the back of my hand. So this is the Kopari one. It's very lightweight. It almost feels like water underneath your arms. It doesn't feel like a lot is going on. It smells really fresh. It doesn't smell like coconuts. It just smells just fresh. Like it just rained in a tropical island kind of fresh. But it doesn't leave any kind of white residue. It does have a little bit of a slip to it. And it doesn't stain your clothes, so that's a good thing. So now on to the Biossance deodorant. This one is a little bit more closer to a normal stick of deodorant, but it still doesn't leave any kind of like white cast or anything. It's a little bit thicker than the Kopari deodorant, but it's not so watery. It's still lightweight. It just feels more like a stick to a cream rather than like a oil stick you're rubbing on your body. And then lastly, for the Schmidt, I'm just gonna do it on the inner part of my arm. This one is the roughest texture of them all. It's definitely easier to apply it onto like freshly showered bodies. Like once you get out of the shower, it's a lot easier to apply this. If you don't really sweat, this will kind of ball up underneath your arms. The other two do not do that, but with this one, I definitely suggest it for people that are actually really sweaty. If you're just lounging around the house and you're not actually sweating or like doing stuff that is gonna make you sweat, then this one's pretty good because it's hard to apply it onto dry skin and get an even application. It does have a rough texture to it. It's not very smooth. I don't know if it's just this one that I have or if they're all like this, because I do know that this brand has a lot of different deodorants, so they could be different. I was just attracted to the smell of this one, which is why I got this one. But moving on to that, the smell, they all smell great. Underneath my arms, I definitely like the Biossance and the Kopari deodorant underneath my arms a lot more than this one. That one, I just feel like I just took a bath in a lemon lime snow cone, and as much as I love lemon lime snow cones, I don't really want to smell that strongly of it. With these, they smell really natural and clean. It's not like some funky smell coming out of your armpits. You just smell like clean, like you just got out the shower. And as for the sweating part, I've noticed that a lot of these are really hard to control on sweating. It's easy for me to find a natural, clean deodorant that helps with the smell, but the sweating part is the part that's a little difficult. So if you're someone that sweats a lot, then it's gonna be a little tricky for you to find some good deodorants. On a day-to-day basis, I switch in and out between the Biossance and the Kopari deodorant. These two are my favorites out of the three. I don't know which one I like more. I like them pretty evenly, but with this one, it's not my favorite because it balls up underneath my armpit if I'm not sweating. If I am sweating, I feel like it doesn't really help with the sweating. I'm not the biggest fan on the smell. Texture is really bad. The price is good. I just, for some reason, this one just does not work out for me as much as the other ones do. And then as for long lasting, the Kopari deodorant definitely hits the mark on long lasting for me. This one, even though it doesn't really control a lot of the sweating, it definitely does not irritate my armpits. It's easy to put on. It smells really nice. But this one, I feel like I can confidently put it on in the morning and go out the whole day without being self-conscious about my armpits. This one I have a little bit of a hit and miss with because I bought two of these, one for me and one for my boyfriend. I heard really great things about this deodorant and I really wanted to try it out. So with this one, they normally say that there's like a little detox period where you're gonna kind of smell and then it's gonna get better, which I don't really understand that. So with this one, I went through the week of like detox, and then after that I was fine. My boyfriend, on the other hand, he did not like this deodorant at all. He said it felt nice underneath his arms, but he went through 2 weeks of trying this out, and the smell, it was not working for him. It just wouldn't work as a deodorant for him. But for me, I even tried using his deodorant to see if like maybe they were different in a way, but they both performed the same on me. And with this, I really like this, but I will find that if I go and use like this deodorant, or if I accidentally use my boyfriend's deodorant, which he uses the Jack Black deodorant, if I find that I use one of those, or like even my normal, what is it called, like the clinical strength, like Target Secret, the regular deodorant, if I try that out and then use this the next day, my armpits are not agreeing with that combination. So I do have to be very self-conscious about which deodorants I use with this one, because I do like to change it up. I do like to try things out a lot. So with this one, you gotta really stick to it in order for it to really work in your best way. I also don't really like the shape of this with the shape of my armpits, which is another thing. So I found that the more I use this, the more like dome shaped it's getting, just because of the shape of my armpit. So when I do this, it's like a lipstick. Like when your lipstick starts to like go like that, it's like the opposite for this deodorant. So that's my thoughts on this one. I do like this one, but it's not my absolute favorite unless I'm really using it every single day and I've already gone through the whole little detox period. Then it really works. As for this one, I haven't had a single problem with this one. The shape is pretty good because with this one it's a smaller stick and I don't have to press so hard on my armpits, so it just glides right on to my armpits, no issues. And it also feels really light and airy. It doesn't make your armpits feel kind of that wet look, that wet, like watery feeling like I was talking about, but once it's kind of soaked into your skin, then you don't really feel that anymore. This one has to be probably my favorite go-to grabbing on a day-to-day basis because it's really lightweight, doesn't irritate my skin, it smells good, it controls sweat to a degree that I'm comfortable with. It doesn't control it 100%, but I understand that sweating is a natural part of your body and sometimes you do need to actually sweat out your armpit, so I understand that, but this does help a little bit, especially with like nervous sweating, which I do get nervous with about things a lot, and it lasts really long throughout the day. So saying that, I have the Kopari on this side and the Biossance on this side. I'm gonna go about my day with a muscle tee on, run a couple errands. It's like 95 outside, and I'm gonna meet up with my family later on, and I'm gonna get my brothers and my family's opinions on how I smell at the end of the day and see which ones they think is better with the overall appearance of my underarms and how they smell. So this will be kind of interesting, and I don't have 3 armpits, so I cannot do this one today, but hopefully if you guys are looking into some different deodorants, then this video helps you out a bit. So I'll see you guys in a little.